Continue towards Fort William, and under the massive bulk of Ben Nevis we pass through Corpach, whose name means the place of the bodies, as this was a staging post on the Great Glen coffin route to Iona. Cross the Caledonian Canal. Work started on the canal in 1803. First opened in 1822, it took a total of 44 years to complete, built by Telford and consisting of over 60 miles of water, 22 of them canalised. A couple of miles from Fort William is Glen Nevis, another favourite location for film producers shooting such movies as Braveheart and Rob Roy, of which the Forest Enterprise car park Braveheart is evidence. Travel alongside the tumbling River Nevis, venue for the river race in August, below the massive Ben Nevis, venue for the mountain race each September, a tradition begun in 1895. Forest Enterprise Lochaber district have laid out a number of routes through the Glen, including the Peat Track, and the concluding miles of the West Highland Way, which passes Deirdre's Fort, a vitrified Celtic fort. Return to the main road, and after a short distance you'll see Lienachan Forest opposite the turn-off to High Bridge. The forest has a number of way-marked paths in the foothills of the Nevis Range. Across the road, High Bridge saw the first action of the 45. The old bridge is located below the cairn erected by the 45 Society and well worth the short detour. Donald MacDonald fought throughout the 45 and was finally executed in Carlisle in 1746. Here he and 11 men and a piper attacked the 85 men and officers of the 1st Regiment of Foot en route to Fort William. This story is featured in the novel The Flight of the Heron. Continue along this minor road to the turn-off for Glenloy and Glenloy Forest, which again features a number of way-marked walks laid out by Lochaber Forest District. This single-track road leads to Gairlochie and branches off to Achnacarry Castle and Estate, once the training ground for commandos during the last war. The road continues west to run alongside Loch Arkaig, leading to the high mountains of Morar. Here the prince escaped after Culloden, hiding in a cave. We pass the Forest of Clunes, which sits on the northwest shores of Loch Lochy, and again offers some outstanding walks courtesy of Forest Enterprise. The road then passes the Dark Mile, so called as the beech trees and branches keep out the daylight. At the end of the Dark Mile is the Kia Eck Falls and the deep pool called the Witch's Cauldron. This was another location in the film Rob Roy. This area north of Fort William is the Great Glen. Millions of years ago, this area was at the centre of a geological fault which virtually split Scotland in two. The split formed a wide channel which was eventually connected up by Thomas Telford when he created the Caledonian Canal.